Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this video. I hope that you're doing very well. And I tell you what, I'm doing good myself. Glad to be here with you on this lovely day. And I definitely would like to say thank you very much for tuning in once again. It makes me feel so good anytime that we can come together for a few minutes. And I would like to welcome all of you to another episode of TJ's Topics. And of course, I am TJ. And it's such a pleasure to be with you. I consider it a joy, an honor, and a privilege to be able to come into your presence on any given occasion. Now, today I have something that I would like to share with you, a little topic of discussion. And it's something that I'm sure most of you have heard before, probably some family members or some of your best friends, neighbors, or whoever may have thrown this phrase out a time or two. And you may have used this phrase yourself. But believe me, it's more than just a phrase. It can also be an action or a plan that you intend to carry out in the future. So my topic for today is taking secrets to the grave. That's what I'm talking about. Taking secrets to the grave. And that's something that I think a whole lot of us know. There are a lot of us who know someone who has done that. And we know some others who are going to do that. And to be honest with you, there are a number of us who are planning on doing it ourselves, taking secrets to our graves. That's what a lot of us are going to do. Now, I want to paint a picture for you right quick. I want you to imagine your parents or your grandparents, one of them, somebody that's kind of close to you. Now, from the time when you were born until this present moment, all you know about your parents or your grandparents' lives and history is just what they have told you, what they have shared with you about their lives, about their past and things that they've done, some of the mistakes they've made, bad choices that they made. That's all you know about. But there are things about your parents and grandparents and other family members that you may not know. And there's a possibility that you will never know in their lifetime because they're not going to tell you. Probably because they feel like it's none of your business. And I've lost all my grandparents. All of them are gone. And so far, I've lost one parent, my birth father. Now, with regards to him, there are a lot of things that I didn't know about him because he didn't tell me. And yet there are certain things he did tell me before he left here. But, I just don't think that most people find it beneficial to themselves to disclose everything about their lives. I don't see the purpose in that myself. I mean, there are a number of things about me that a lot of people don't know. And they won't know because I'm not going to tell them. And why? Because it's not their business. But instead, some of those minor details about my life, or perhaps major details, I'm just going to ride it out. And then when I go, those details that I never disclosed to anybody on this planet, I'm going to take them on with me. Now, the only way that certain people can find out things about you after you're gone is if you left a trail, some kind of little trail, like, papers and maybe a diary or journal, or pictures, like, say if whoever you leave behind had code to your cell phone, and they're able to put that code in and unlock your phone, and they discover certain things in there, like pictures or messages, text messages and stuff like that, that would probably be about the only way they could find out some of your innermost secrets, as to who you really were, and what kind of life you lived, and how you thought, how you viewed things, who you dealt with. Or they go on your social media page. And see, that's the reason why I don't really care to have a lot of people on my social media that I'm real close to, like kinfolks and stuff. I used to have relatives on my social media, but I don't really care for that these days, because, sometimes family want to act like they're the judge and the jury when it comes to what you do and who you do it with, and and they feel like it's their place to keep you in check. They wanna keep you under their subjection, under their rulership, because you carry their name and y'all share blood and stuff like that. Grew up together perhaps, and see, family know more about you than anybody else. They know plenty about you, and therefore it's hard to hide certain things from them sometimes. But you can if you know how to play your cards right. But not just family, but friends and co-workers and stuff. And see, that's the next thing. Co-workers. You don't want co-workers all in your business either. You're not gonna go on the job and telling them who all you've been screwing, and and who you took a shower with, and who was laying in your bed, and who you have riding around your car. Those are things that you just don't share with people you work with on the job. You keep that to yourself. And then when you leave the job, well, you don't have any reason to share anything with those people. Only share what you intend to share. Just keep it general. But those type of secrets, the things that I just mentioned, you take that on with you when you leave here. You don't have to put all that out there for everybody. That's why I never understood why so many people like to, and that's what makes talk shows popular. Because see, talk shows like to, they like to get on there and tell all their business. But a lot of stuff that they talk about on these talk shows, I'm not sure if I'd want to do that. I'd rather just keep that between me and whoever it is that I might be intimate with, or from a spiritual perspective, I keep it between me and God. Now that's one person that you don't have to worry about telling your business. However, you do have these pastors out here who like to get up there in the pulpit, and they like to nitpick on folk. They like to throw out hints, and they claim to be speaking on God's behalf, getting in folks' business. And then you have these ignorant members in the church talking about, ooh, Pastor Show stepped on our toes today. Pastor, no, he lit a fire under us. But I just don't understand, that's not from God. They think that's the Holy Spirit convicting somebody, of doing wrong and all that kind of stuff. But my thing is this: if God is speaking to another man about you or me, seemed like God could go directly to that person. He can go directly to you, and he can come directly to me and talk to us one-on-one. He ought not need a middleman to intervene on his behalf to try to get a message to us about something. You know, the Spirit ought to be able to show us things himself. And but whatever it is that you and I are doing or have done in the past, we don't have to disclose that information to everybody. Just keep it to ourselves and be at peace, because peace comes from within. And that's where we find God too. That's where we find source or spirit, within. Because all these external forces that people subscribe to and some of them cling to, no, they don't really offer us much peace or contentment. Only what we have within inside of us. That's where we find peace. So I'm content, and I hope you are too. And with that being said, I want to thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of TJ's Topics. I really do appreciate it. And what kind of secrets do you plan to take to your grave with you? You know, when you leave this world, I'm sure that there are some things that you will never share with anybody about your life, regardless of how long your obituary may be. And if you write it yourself, you can tell the best story about your life. And I would encourage anybody to do that. Write your own obituary, because that's what I'm doing myself. I can tell my own story. I know the things that I've done, places I've gone to, and accomplishments that I've made, goals that I've reached. Other folk don't know that. They can get up there and make up some stuff, but they don't really know your life story. And therefore, they don't need to know all your personal business either. Take your secrets to your grave, and I think you'll come out much better. I thank you so much for being with me today. And be sure to like and comment, subscribe, and feel free to share with whoever. And I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you again, okay? We're still in the month of October, so we're going to enjoy the rest of this month, and we're going to enjoy it together, okay? This is Taryn Jerome Harris, reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. I'll talk to you later.